Hello guys, good evening. We have an Acer laptop here, so we are going to troubleshoot the main problem of this laptop. So actually, uh, it has no power. So I don't know if um, there is a supply going into the board. But then, before the owner of this gave me um, someone who opened this laptop. Because why? Because I think it has no you know tunnels. So that is tunnels. So one, two, three, four, five, five. So someone has already opened this, and we'll see. We'll find out what is inside in this laptop. Okay, let us proceed. So we're going to detach first the back cover of this laptop. Then we are going to find why and how does it goes to no power. Okay, so hopefully everything is okay inside. I don't know why some other people opened this and did not continue to repair the laptop. So maybe it has a screw here or tunnels, you know. I don't think so none. There is none, but then still I forgot to remove the other screw on this part. So take note, this has been opened by someone, and I don't know why he did not fix the problem. Okay, so let us clean first because it's too dirty, as you can see. So let us clean first this. Okay, let us put that there. Then clean this one first. So this is a very good board, a very good board from the Acer. But then the problem of the Acer, it's always being, shutting down, bar down for some reason. I don't know the reason why um, it goes like that. But then we'll try to find out how does the problem occurred. But then first, let us remove the battery. So this is the battery. We can check if this is working. Okay, so let's check first if it is working. So under voltage, so let us set it into 20 volts, positive to negative. So let's try. There is a current coming out, so then yan. I think this is totally drained. Okay, so there is. Then it has no charger, so that's why we are going to use other charger for this. Let's set it into connectivity. Okay, so the battery is totally uh, drained. Okay, so this time we are going to plug in the charger, then we will find out if there is a current coming in to the board. Okay, let's have a charger. So I have here a charger for an Asus laptop, and it is, I think it is the same with with this with the previous charger of this laptop. Okay, so let's plug it in. So because someone has uh, already opened this laptop, so there is a problem there. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Uh, it is not looks good based on my assessment. Then let's try to open this first. Okay, so let us remove this one. Then oh, ano, let us remove the flex cable for the keyboard, the flex cable for the touch pad, the connection from the speaker. Then also let us remove the connection from the LCD. So this is the connection from the LCD. Let us remove it. Okay, then let us also remove the Wi-Fi connection. If the screw are the same, so it has no problem when and where you are going to put it back, so because they are the same. Okay, so let us remove the screw from the board. So we have 3 screw here, so let us put that into there so that we can easily get if it is for the board. So it has no problem while putting back the screw because it has an arrow there, then an arrow also here. Okay, So let's try. So this is a very small uh, board for an Acer laptop. A very small board for an Acer laptop. So it has a problem inside the charging port. So is that the charging port? Yeah. Okay, so that is the charging port. I know that it is the charging port. So the power on is here. Power on. Charging port. And okay, so let us remove this. So that will just check the board. Let us remove the memory. Okay, let me see it first into the microscope. So I just want to know if where the first and second MOSFET place on the board. Okay, so let me see it first, and I'm going to inspect first the charging port. So why is there is no connector inside in the charging port? Okay, so we cannot find any pins inside on the charging port. Someone opened this, then not be able to repair because I think they check the charging port, but then wow, come on, what happened to you? What did you do into the charging port? Come on. So we have a problem on the charging port. So because this is the charging port, so we have a problem on that. Is that the charging port for this laptop? Yes, so there is the charging port for the laptop, and I can find anything here on the board about the charging port, but because it is just only a port coming out from the laptop. Okay, so I'm sorry. Sorry for that. Okay, so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. So I think that is um, the audio, that is the line in, the charging port is here. So that's why you know, I'm so too curious why it has no charging port. But then the charging port is here. This is an Acer laptop, so we need another charger. So sorry for that. I almost forgot that is that is the charging port. Okay, so let's check. Sorry, I'm just human. Okay, let's check. We need to look first for the first and second MOSFET of this laptop, which is connected to the power rail for this board. So most of the board has two MOSFET that controls the voltage that comes into the board. So that is maybe 18 volts or 19 volts. So some laptops are 20 volts, so that is only between 18, 19, and 20. So no more and no less. But commonly, mostly of the laptop, it has a 19 volts coming into the uh, board. Okay, so I think the first and second MOSFET are in um, the back of this board. Okay, okay, so in this part, so we have the first and second MOSFET. Okay, um, I don't know how to zoom, but then I know you see what I am trying to figure it out, just to give you an output on that. Okay, so I may be able need the microscope so that I can see the voltages that's coming into the board. Okay, thus it is visible for you. So no, I don't think. So I think that is more visible when I put it there. Because of the reflection of um, the lights, so I may not be able to give you a best or a good output or a view for it. I will just try if there is a connection, if there is a voltage coming from the first and second MOSFET of this laptop. Okay, let's proceed. So let us set the multimeter into voltage. So that is the active current. So under that, we will check the MOSFET. Okay, let's put the black probe into the ground. So let's check if there is a voltage on that. So it has no voltage. How about the drain? So Let us check the drain. So the drain is none. There is no coming in voltages. Even on the even on the source, so there is no voltages that coming in. Okay, let's check the other mosfet. Okay, so there is no voltages that comes in also into this laptop. Okay, let's check first the voltage that's come in into the charger. So let's check the charging point, charging port. So there is no voltage that comes into the board. So where is the power rail for this? Okay, so let us remove first this cover, the cover for the processor. So let us remove this for us to be able to see the power rail of this board. Okay, so that is correct. That is the power, the positive. So why there is no output? $200 grounds, then the power. Where are you? So where are you? The grounds. Let us put there. Okay. Let's check. So it has no power. Has no power that comes in to the board. It has no power that comes in into the board. So my first impression for this is maybe the charging port has a problem, because if we check the charger, you know, we check the charger like this. Did I get the correct charger? Yes. So it has Y19, Y16. Okay, so it has, but then once I put it there, then I check it, it has no output, it has no 19 there, it has no 19, even 16, 15 or 18. Maybe I have a problem about the okay. I'll just try another charger for it. Okay, so just on. Maybe the voltage for this charger is not fit, and the output of this charger is 19 volts. 19 volts. So the output of this is 19 volts. So I have here another charger. So this is 19 volts. How many volts is this? Come on. You can see the voltages. Input, where are you? Input. Input. Here's the input there. $19 volts. Okay. So let's try this. So let's check it first. If there is a 19 volts there. Okay. Point 6. Fluctuating current. There is a fluctuating current here. Direct current, active current. problem about my multimeter. Maybe, I don't know. I think I have a problem about the charger. Why this charger is not giving very good output? Maybe I need, okay, so I need this so that I can check if there is a 19 volts there. Yeah, there is a 19 volts there. Okay. Okay, so let's check it again. There is 19 volts there. So why it does not work here? So it has no 19 volts. So meaning this port this charging port is damaged. So the charging port is damaged. So let's find out under connectivity. Okay, so let's check. So there is no connectivity. Okay, so we have a problem about the charging port. Okay, so there is. Okay, so there is now a connectivity coming from that charging port. Then let's find out if there is a 19 volts there. 19 volts. I need 19 volts output. I need 19 volts output. So none. So we have a short to ground. Okay, let us detach this. Let's go back to connectivity. So let's see if there is a short to ground. Okay, so there is a short to ground. So why there is no 19 volts that coming into the board? So okay, let's go back here. there is no 19 volts there because there is a short to ground on the board. So there is a short to ground on the board. Okay, so let's find out where is that short to ground. Okay, so ground or any part, there's a ground. So let's check the capacitor. So this is good, but then when we go here, so there is a short to ground here. Why? So if you can see the multimeter, so it's beeping. So there is a short to ground here, there. So we have a short to ground here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, so we have a short to ground here. So we will find out where is the connection of that. Okay, so let's check randomly on the other part if there is short to ground into this part. So none. So none. Okay, also into this part. So we have okay. So we're just trying to check randomly. So on that part we have a short to ground. Okay, so let's check the other part. So that is on this part. So let's check this. Yes, there is a short to ground here. So we still have a short to ground here. Okay, so let's check the connection of this if it is connected on the other side. Okay, I may not be able to show you because I'm just using my microscope. So the power rail of this going into this part down to the other side. So it has no connection here, but then it is connected at the back, which is connected into this part. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Okay, So let us try to remove the capacitor first. So what do you think the problem of this? Maybe the big capacitor, the small capacitor. I may not be able to show you. Um, okay, is that clear? Is that visible? Okay, I think it's hard for me because my eyes is really uh, really having a problem. So there's that. Okay. So that is in this part. In this part. Okay. So we just look into this capacitor 1 and 2. So we'll just try to detach uh, the first capacitor. Okay, so I think I need I have many things here. Just wait, please. Okay, so we're going to remove the first capacitor. Then after that, um, we will check if it has no short to ground. Okay, just let the iron to get hot. Then after that, we will remove the first capacitor. And after removing it, so we will check if there is a short on the board. Okay. Okay, so it's hard for me to remove that capacitor because it's too small. So I'm gonna use microscope. You know. So we'll just remove first the capacitor here. So we just remove the capacitor here because it is damaged. Then it is here. So it is damaged and short. So if you can notice, once that we put the probe into that, so that's it. So we have a problem on that. Okay, so let us remove first that capacitor because I know that it is really damaged. So maybe this is the one who give shortages on the board. Okay, okay. So we remove the damaged capacitor. So let's check if there is shortage on that. Say, okay, so it has no shortage. So let's check it here if there is a shortage here. Good, so it has no shortage. Let's check on the back here. So the first thing that we check um, about the shortage, so it has no shortage. Okay, that is the ground. Okay, so and then let's see, let's check the charging port. Let's check the charging port for this laptop or this board. Let's check it if there is now a 19 volts that's coming out into the board. So let's check. Okay, so there is now a 19 volts here. Okay, if you can see that, previously I show you that there is no 19 volts. It is really short to ground. But then this time, we have now 19 volts on the power, on the charging port. Okay, so let's check the MOSFET. Let's check the other connection. Here, 19 volts. Here, 19 volts. Here. So, let's check the MOSFET if there is now a 19 volts there. 19 volts. And 19 volts here on the other side. So let's check if there is a 19 volts here. So we have, okay, so we will put this back into the board. So hopefully this sorry, why I used to detach that. Okay, so do I need to replace the capacitor? So no, because it has two capacitor. So meaning it has the same line that goes by has the same line here. Let me show you that. So it has two lines, two capacitor here. First is the big capacitor, then second is the small capacitor here. So the big capacitor, then small capacitor here. So they are in the same level of controlling the current. So meaning, without the presence of this first big capacitor, so it is okay because there is also another one that controls the flow of the current. Okay, so it is okay not to replace that. Okay, so you can also jump it, but then in my case I will just try first. Okay, so let's go back to the board, then we will find out if this will work. Okay, I just, why do I need, Aliko, come on. But before we do that, let us replace first the paste. A paste for this processor because the paste is almost dry. So I will just apply a new paste there. Paste, okay. Okay. So where's the paste? The paste is here. So the paste is very important. So the use of the paste is for the processor not to get hot, too hot. So it's control the heat of the processor. It's cool down the processor. Okay. So let's put it back there. Then put back the turnels, or turnels, the screw, I mean. So, I am in the Philippines, so that's why I'm using, some language um, which, which I know because I am a Filipino. So there is turnels for me, but that is tornillo. Tornillo. Ano? Tornillo baga. Tornillo baga yan. Okay? So, let's put it back into the board. And we will try if this will work. So, we're okay. Like that. So, okay. So that's it. So I think we have three turnels there. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there. That is on that part. Okay, is that on that part? I think so. Why? Did I do something wrong? Okay, so let me repeat it again. Sorry for that. Just getting myself so excited and seeing that this laptop will work properly, Okay, yes, that is for that. So hopefully this will work. So let's put it back here. It is on the other side, but then let me check it first if this will work without connecting the other connections. So let's see if this will work. So we have now a lights on the here. So see that that is a light, but then it has no activity because I almost forgot to put back the memory. Okay, so we have now a new indicator that is it is now working because it has now a lights. Okay, so because I'm too excited, so I just forget to put back the memory. Okay, okay, so let's put back the memory. See the memory, then it is on the inside. it is inside here, so that's why we need to remove it again. Come on, remove again. There. Okay, and I almost forgot to put back this one, so that is the memory, but then we need to clean it first. So I'm spending almost an hour for this job, so let me clean this first. Okay. So we need to carefully put back all the connections so that we will not be able to find any problem. Okay, so can we try it without hard disk? Okay. Plug in the charger and let's turn it on. It is shutting down. It is shutting down. Why? It is shutting down. Why? Do we still have a problem? It is shutting down. So I just remove uh, the keyboard. Okay, so let's try again. Shutting down. Blinking and shutting down. It is blinking and shutting down. Okay, so let me press the reset and plug it in again and turn it on. Shutting down. Maybe the problem. Okay. Okay, so I see some view on that. Okay, so that is. So we have now a display. So we have now a display. So maybe the board is now on that part still recovering. But then, so we have now the display here. So we have now a display. If you can see that, so we have now a display on the board. Okay, so no bootable device because I did not yet put the hard disk, but then we'll just let it in 5 minutes. Then after that we will put the hard disk so that we be able to see if this will work continuously. Okay, but then we can also put it back this moment. So let's try it. Okay, so let us long press. So let us long press the power button for us to be able to shut it down. Okay, unplug the charger and let us put back the hard disk. Okay, so let's plug it in on the charger and let us power on the laptop. Still, come on, still shutting down. So I think the board is recovering. Then okay, we have now stable. We have now stable. Okay. So we have now a display. So we have now Acer Explore Beyond Limits. Okay. So it's too easy, sometimes it's so easy to solve the problem of a particular laptop. Sometimes then it's just only a capacitor, but then it has a big effect on the system. Why? You know, because of that particular capacitor, so the entire system will not work because there is a broken capacitor. So that is very simple. So all I need to do is to check. All you have to do is to check if there is a missing piece or if there is a problem on the laptop, especially on the board. Okay, so you need to check everything. You need to check it, check the capacitor, mosfet, everything on the board for you to be able to see if there is a corresponding problem on that. Okay, so hopefully you enjoy this video. So please, if you have any comments on how I used to repair a laptop, leave it. Just leave a comment, then I will answer. Then I know that there is something wrong with what I am doing previously because um, you know I have still